Good morning, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your 4th of July holiday weekend. It's still late at night here on Maui on the 4th of July, so if there's any fireworks in the background, my sincerest apologies. But want to get a video out there for the new long positions because I want to show you this chart right here, really. Well, first off, let me just really quickly show you all three. RBPAA, SLP, Kala. These charts are all very close to being semi near perfect setups. But for Kala, for instance, the 200-day moving average is significantly still extended from its current price level, making it risky. SLP is in the exact same boat, which makes it risky. But as you can see with SLP, just like Kala, the previous measured moves are just huge. So look at this move in Kala from October to its May highs. We're talking a 500+% move. SLP from these lows to its June highs, 91% move. And for this stock, that's quite a large move. And then for the new long position even, RBPAA, if we look at its move from October to its highs in December, still this thing for a bank stock can really get jiggy with it if it really wants to. So let's start off with RBPAA. Want to make note, I like this chart a lot. I really like it. I tell you what, if you could take away this red bop here, and turn it to yellow bop, I really come very close to loving the chart. If you can turn all of the bop to green bop, even if the max green bop was only here for the previous 3 days, then I would love this chart. The price candle over candle print with a high of day close with the bullish reversal. We'll get a little bit closer so you can see that right there. It's beautiful, just beautiful. The volume surge, another pocket pivot point signal that was preceded by other volume surges. And like I said, that max green bop and all of that green bop and all of that positive bop lately. And then the max green and green bop back here. If you could just take that away, I would really like this stock. But you know what else it's missing? A higher price and volume. It's too thin. It's simply too thin to think that you could get nuts with this. Now, it's not thin enough that it didn't make my price volume bop surge scan. It's canceling quality stock, 89 composite, 90 EPS, 94 relative strength rating, group relative strength of only a C, but the SMR rating is an A, the accumulation distribution is an A, and the reward risk ratio, like I said with that previous measure move, right around 70% is too good right here. So I want to get long using a limit order at 428, not 426 because this is a thin stock, close at the high of the day, and the recent highs aren't too far away, so I don't want to screw around too much. I'll go ahead and use 428. You can use 426, but I'm not going to pay more than 428, so it's going to be 428 or bust. But I definitely am willing to pay a little bit more up for a high day since the stock is so bullish looking. Even if it reverses 2 cents isn't going to kill me because my first cut loss level, boom, right there, 412. My final cut loss level, boom, 401. So I risk barely 5% on the position if I'm wrong. Combined, I'll probably risk about 3%. So RBPAA, love this technical setup. Very, very nice. And then SLP, love the way it looks also, but as you can see, it's not as smooth as RBPA. You can see that it's a little bit more erratic in its movements, but it has more green bop in here, so visually I like the chart a lot better. And we got that constant support right here at 1205, and since it's touching the 20-day moving average, want to get long, limit order at 1260, get long. I want to add to my long position, limit order 1260. First stop, you could use 1205, then you can use 1180, and then 1150 as your final sell stop. So with the add signal, right now, after my first long signal, which I believe is where? Right here? Where did I get long this name? I don't have my notes open. It had to be right there. I had to decide to pick it up with the max green bop. The green bop. Whatever. Why don't I? It had to have been. That's whenever I went long the stock because I wanted it here on the. I don't have any notes in front of me, guys. Sorry. That's why I'm doing all this freehand. I decided to make this video. So 623 was the rut reconstitution day. Wanted to get long there. Finally had an up day right here, closing a high day. Made my greens bops, or actually was in my cancel scan, and I knew that I was going to make my green bop for max 5 days scan here shortly, so that's why. So this is the add signal. So right now, with the first signal, 1180 and 1150 are my two stops. But with the add signal, we're going to switch it all up actually what I have, I'm so sorry everyone, I don't have any notes in front of me. So 1205 and 1150 I do believe are my first stops. So with this long signal here, 1250, 1180. With this add signal, I will now have 3 stops. 1205, 1180, 1150. Let's keep it simple. That's all it is. SLP, Kansas Slim Quality Stock, was in my Max Green BOP for the past 5 days scan, so that's 3%, so it's half. RBPA, I forgot to tell everybody, that was Kansas Slim Quality, confirming my price volume BOP scan, so that's a 3% long position. SLP is a total 3% long position. It's an add signal, so it's half. And don't forget, very high quality stock. 98 composite, 81 EPS, 92 relative strength if I remember correctly, A plus group relative strength, had an A SMR, and it had an A accumulation distribution rating. And then we have Kala. Kala, another very nice speculative add signal. Once again, I showed you earlier, I love that previous measure move, and if we can even just get one, let's say from here to here, let's say if we just get one from like the gap up to this move, I would love to see it 100% move. But hopefully, if we get a real solid move, we could be looking, like I said, anywhere from 400 to 500+% move in Kala if it really gets moving with the market. But once again, get rid of this red BOP. I come close to falling in love with this stock, but the only problem is there's not a whole ton of volume surges here in the short term. So it doesn't look like RBPAA in the extreme short term, but the overall price action is extremely similar. So once again, want to get long using the high day 1580 since it's not extended. Same 2 stops as the original long signal. So the original long signal was right here on the reconstitution day. That was the first stop, 14. Final stop is right here, 13.15. So it moves below 13.15, I'll be all out. With this add signal, those will still remain the final 2 stops, 14 and 13.50, limit order 1580. Okay, everybody, like I said, 3 very nice technical patterns, but not only are they all maybe a little extended, RBPAA is very symmetrical. It's one of the most symmetrical chart patterns I've seen in a long time. SLP, still not quite so much. Could use some more time sideways. And Kala, it's there, but the 200-day moving average is too far away to consider it a great setup. But like I said, 3 very solid setups. You get rid of the red BOP in every single one of these names, and I come very close to loving these kind of patterns. So now you can hopefully see what I want to see in a stock to fall in love with it. Especially if this base would, let's say that this move doesn't happen here, and let's say the stock doesn't work out and it continues to consolidate sideways with Max Green BOP with the occasional big accumulation bar, and we don't see any more red BOP and hopefully no yellow BOP, and that 200-day moving average gets closer to price, you can be 100% sure, even with this stock being quite thin, I will love the setup. So it's about one of the best ones I've seen in a long time, but all 3, like I said, are solid.